Larry, about this spear. Oh, you feeling it? Bam! I thought there was something strange about this spear. Tell me, Larry, is it just me, or is the spear a bit bent? What? No way, it's exactly as it should be, yo! I have here the autograph you wrote for me earlier. Now take a good look at this, which you drew with your own hands. You can see that the spear is clearly of a different shape. What do you have to say to that? I'm sorry. When I hold the spear in my hands, all of a sudden I feel super powerful. And then, in fact, I was spinning around and around. And bam! It hit the wall. I've always been like that, ever since I was a kid. One time on an overnight field trip, I bought a fake sword and played with it late at night. This useless upload, man. Larry, clarify that for me, will you? Okay, so it was some field trip and I began to shadow fight myself. Not that, I meant what you said earlier. About spinning the spear and hitting the wall. Oh, nah, it's no biggie. It's not like I left a hole or anything. That's not what I'm asking, Larry. The samurai spear is made of metal. I somehow doubt that a move as simple as spinning it around would cause it to bend. Man, Edgy, you're so naive. What? Where did that come from? Well, you keep calling it the samurai spear. But it's not real. You can't really fight someone with it. Because it's hollow on the inside. You can hit it against practically anything that would bend. Is that so? Don't tell me you thought it was real. Oh, but don't take it the wrong way. I just think that part of your personality is cute. I see. Your friendship truly is something special. That's not friendship. It's utter humiliation. I guess that about wraps up my investigation. That's... Yo, Pink Princess! How you feeling? Still feeling ill? And yet another strange character comes out from the wardrobe. And so the Pink Princess also comes to pay the Alabastian Embassy a visit. I believe I may need to speak with her as well. Miss Pink Princess, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you. Miss Pink Princess, if you'd please answer... Me? Edgeworth, you might want to run. No, that's what they call a nightmare. How could this happen 2 days in a row? What the... Aren't you Miss Oldback? Why are you so surprised? Ah, so you're the one who got to play the Steel Samurai. You are acquaintances with Larry? Ah. You misjudged him? That was no misjudgment on your part. That's precisely what I was trying to do. Isn't that just speaking? It's one of those rare times when Francisco and I actually see eye to eye. Now then, what are you doing here? I thought you were working at Gatewater Land as the Pink Badger. What are you talking about? That was yesterday. God, that was yesterday. You may not have enough people and staff at that studio. Oldback, you're one of the reasons why Edgeworth has grey hair. Okay, it's fucking scary that he's 25. At least because I turned 25 last week. Tears of boredom. Yes, tears of laughter, as I recall. Wandy? Wait, is this horrible handwriting? Where have I seen this? Where do I factor into this? Well, if you allow me the liberty to handle this in my own way, I'll gladly dispatch a detective to your house later. Larry, you're the one who wrote that. What were you doing at the time of the crime? What? If you could please not cling on to my personage. In any case, I think it's not your fail to show up at Ambassador Albert's speech. Can you provide proof of your condition? I have to admit, the thought of her not being able to leave that room is rather pleasant. Vashkir von Karma, brought the police dog you requested, sir. Good work, you may leave now, officer. This dog. Looks like you guys don't feed right dogs in this country too. Hey, you're real cute, aren't you? Yeah, that's a good boy. That's the police dog Gumshoe's been taken care of. I think its name is Missile. What a fitting name for a police dog that dashes off in front of us. Now that action alone isn't exactly what's going to solve this case for us, you know. Wait, Francisco, isn't that an official samurai dog? No, bad missile. He ate it. I don't know if it's alright for him to eat now. Just a meat substance snack featuring the steel samurai. Sure, it'll be fine. That's quite a bit of information you gathered now, at a single quick glance. You should really be focusing on why there was a samurai dog now in the first place. Samurai dog and lady's undershirt. These two items do never mind miss. In the circumstances, lady's undershirt could only belong to one person. So as I should get this over with and ask the owner of said undershirt about it. No, not you. There is no trace of this room's fireplace being used. And your point is? Smoke was supposedly pouring out of the chimney connected to this fireplace. At least according to Larry, this is a contradiction of facts, is it not? There is testimony from an investigator that puts Larry at this particular chimney. So no, I don't think it was a mistaken impression on Larry's part. On the other hand, the fireplace in the next room was being used at the time. Where do you suppose the smoke from that fireplace went? Precisely. Could you please take a look at this brown color on the shirt? Thanks, but no thanks. This shirt was found here at this crime scene. Come now, why don't you just confess and explain what it's doing here? What? Are you claiming that you never once set foot inside this room? Well, I don't believe she's lying about her actions, so I can safely assume she really was drying her shirt by the fireplace on a break. Somehow the undershirt managed to move from the next room to this room. I assume the samurai dog was also yours? And so the feeling of dread continues. I suppose I should ask for more details. The lady's undershirt and missile found. Why are you getting all excited over holding on to a lady's undergarment? You have it all wrong. This is evidence. And the owner of this piece of evidence was in the room next door. And on that note, I would like my hands cut off, please, because I do not want her germs all over me. And yet, despite that, Missile found it in the fireplace in this room. This lady's undershirt. Are you seriously claiming that it somehow passed through a solid brick wall? Not quite. The fireplace in this room is connected to a chimney. The other fireplace in the other room is also connected to the same chimney, leading us to the possibility that the two fireplaces are connected to each other. There is an X on the back wall of the fireplace. Let's see if we can get a better look at it. The wall separating this room's fireplace from the next room's fireplace apparently turns. As I suspected, this fireplace does indeed connect this room to the neighboring room. There appears to be nothing particular about the next room. The fact that there is nothing special about the next room isn't what's important. The fact that there is a secret passageway for this room's fireplace. As much as I'd love to, no. No, she couldn't move at all because of her stiff hip. So she could not have been the one. Unfortunately, I believe that this fireplace has nothing whatsoever to do with Damask II's murder. That samurai dog was yours, wasn't it? Of course I'm forever yours, my edge quiver. Hold it! If you could just stick to what I asked you. Edgy, are you a missile back? No. You see, you bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We're supposed to hand the dogs off to the embassy people and tell them hi. Had to pile them all into the push cart just to meet them all. No studio guys should have delivered those things by themselves, right, Edgy? So, did you deliver the samurai dogs to the embassy staff as per your instructions? Hey, Edgy, don't just ignore me my question. Are you gonna stick up for me? Excuse me? Ex-security lady. Yeah. Looks like you see lesson for today is that when the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess take off their masks, they transform into a pair of annoying troublemakers. Understatement of the century. It would appear an announcer has made itself known. You're making quite a confident face there, Mr. Prosecutor. Bring it on. Ready to count any argument you may have. Very well then, if you are prepared, I'll show you exactly where my deductions have led me. Good, I'm counting on you, Edgy. Leave it to me, Larry. My first attack will be to expose your lie for what it really is. My lie? I do not know if still something you are keeping from the rest of us. Something you are keeping from the class. What's wrong with you? Why are you saying you won't believe me no matter what I say, Edgy? Curse you, I should just everything die already if that's how it's gonna be. No thanks, got too long. Got too much to live for, rather. Rather live life to its fullest. I confess every murder in the whole world and then come... I have been in the man's confusion. You made some wonderful friends as a child, I see. Larry, I only have one thing to say to you, and that would be shut up. Even if you make that face at me, it's no use. Larry's very dying strong-willed, you know. Larry, it doesn't matter what sort of harebrained trouble you cause. I only ask that you do not lie to me. If you cause an innocent person to be judged unfairly because of some insipid lie, I will never forgive you. Edgy! Although, allow me to say, that I consider you to be among the innocent in this case, and that I will draw the real killer out. You can trust me on this. Alright, this time I'll tell you the whole truth, okay? What happened, what didn't happen in the works? Just what happened will do. Now then, if you would please testify as to what you did up on the roof tonight. Up on the rooftop. For this show, I left the pushcart in the Rose Garden and came into the embassy. Then they took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador. And then, until my next appearance, I had some free time, so I wandered around. And that's when I spotted the chimney. A chimney like that is a rare thing, you know? So I wanted to play Santa and decided to give it a try. Larry, I thought I'd just finished telling you to not lie anymore. But it's kinda ultra embarrassing. And what exactly is so ultra embarrassing that you can't tell me? Edgy, man, I just said it was embarrassing, so of course I can't just blurt it out. You just have to reason it out with me! As your superior, I command you to hurry up and expose this man's lie. I have every intention to, but I'm not about to let us waste time on such a trifling matter.
Hold it!
You left the pushcart. Could you please clarify that statement to me? Yeah, so the wheels on the pushcart got covered in dirt from the rose garden. But it made a mess of the floor inside, so Ambassador Albus said to just leave it. Well, it would be rather impolite to dirty another country's embassy. Come to think of it, I recall seeing the Pink Princess on my way into the embassy. What was she doing? Nothing in particular, because she was being carried by some dogs on a stretcher. She must have been incapacitated by the pain of her bad hip that she suffered during the show.
Hold it!
So you shook hands with the ambassador of the Kingdom of Alabast, do you? Yeah, can you believe it? I did something really cool for a change. And honestly speaking, there's nothing interesting about shaking some guy's hand. Hey there, you disrespect another country in their very own embassy. As someone who lives in this country, I'm feeling nothing but incredible shame at this second. Agreed. I apologize for his inconsiderate words. Now, Larry, please continue. What is with all of you? You keep saying that kind of thing and I'll tell you only lies. You're already telling us nothing but lies, so let it go and move on. Nayuta? Did Nayuta possess him here? Alright already, you don't need to glare at me like that, Edgy.
Hold it!
Larry, I want you to listen very carefully and take this to heart. The whole point of your life is to cause misery and pain to everyone you encounter. I know, I get it. I'm totally a bad guy again. But you're his friend. Don't you think that was a bit harsh? Nancy says, true friends are bosom friends. You're in trouble, calling your bosom friend who shows you can truly cry. Hey, bosom buddy, I hope you're listening carefully to my testimony. Has it crossed your pea-sized brain yet that Agent Lang is only out to arrest you, Larry? Now then, you're wandering around inside the embassy, and then what happened? That's why I started the chimney. Chimney like that's very cool.
Hold it!
I should hardly think that chimneys are that rare. Indeed, especially since they are a traditional feature of American houses. There's many grand buildings have even great, large and fancy chimneys. Yeah, but the kind of chimney I'm talking about is the really romantic type. A romantic chimney? Might sound kind of silly, but women seem to really enjoy them. And I just had a good feeling about that chimney.
Hold it!
You suddenly wanted to play Santa. Oh, well, actually, I dressed up as Santa once before already. I was down on Gold Lake. Appreciate it if you wouldn't dredge up such unnecessary memories for me. Sounds like you guys share a lot of history. Both being childhood friends, sir. Besides, it's not fair to dress up and play Santa, you know. Santa don't go around killing people after he comes down a family's chimney after all. Actually, is it worth delving into whether not playing Santa is a big deal? Yeah. Given the chimney. Actually, I believe in the case of this man, playing Santa is actually quite a big deal. You're saying that your buddy isn't exactly made of Santa quality stuff. Precisely. You hit the nail on the head, Agent. Hey, Edgy, that's incredibly mean. Tell me something, Larry. Did you know that Santa's job is to deliver presents to people all over the world? Of course I know that. I did graduate from junior high, you know. In that case, it's your turn to tell me something. I want you to tell me to whom you're delivering a present to. I was delivering a present to a child, not basking in the warm glow of love.
Objection!
That must be the most elegant description of you I've ever heard. What a lie is still a lie. You sure know how to kick a guy while he's down, you know that? In any case, the person who wished to deliver a present unto you was most certainly Ness.
Take that!
Interesting taste you have there, Mr. Suspect. Don't spread lies about me. I really didn't want to see Miss Oldbank so much that I'd try and go down a chimney. Ow! I advise you to stop right now in your bashing of your lady. Well, I must admit that I myself hardly ever have the want to turn to that lady. She gives me the world's biggest headache each time she's on the scene. However, what if you were misinformed and under the wrong impression? Then what? Define wrong impression. I simply mean that the man before you forced into your lady's room without knowing one very important fact. And that fact is best summed up with this.
Take that! Take that!
This is something the old lady received from her employer. The girl who normally plays the Pink Princess, Mindy, was it him? Seems that this man was quite taken with that actress. But that's not true, Edgy. He's the one with the hearts for me. You just know it. I can feel a sexy feeling based in my heart when you watch me. Don't you be my you? Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes? This guy, he's got bigger problems than just getting involved in murders, I take it. I suppose you could put it my way. Hey, what the heck, man? Don't get you guys all. Why do you want to make me out to be some sort of bad guy? To return to the original topic, I propose that at least in this much has been made clear. Without any knowledge that Miss Mindy had fallen ill, Larry tried to make his way into the Pink Princess's room. That much we know for sure. Hey, Itchy, looks like I've got the hang on this court thing now. But we're not in court at the moment. Shut up! I see what's going on here, and it looks like just like what you do in court. Guess our boy here still has something he'd like to say. Long as he says, until the tongue dries, one never knows all truth. You shouldn't form conclusions till everything's out in the open, which is why I listen. Alright, then get ready to listen to me to be edgy and battle wits. Larry, have you forgotten that should I lose, your victory prize will be your arrest? If there's a mistake, why do you have Wendy written instead of Mindy? Hey, someone say something! Larry, are you seriously trying to submit this, not as a confession, but as testimony? So if I am, is there something wrong with it? My claim is a claim, claiming my claim. Do you have a problem with it? so inspired! You're such an inconsiderate, cowardly, idiotic, and all-around completely worthless man. Thought I heard something ominous just now. Perhaps it was just my imagination. I believe there's nothing further for me to prove at this point. What do you mean? Of course you've still got something to prove. You still have to show some proof. Now it's trying to meet with Mindy. Proof, you say? Remember, Edgy, everything is evidence in court, right? You mean that evidence is everything in court, Larry? But I understand your point. Yeah, see, I'm totally pro this now. Very well, if you wish to see evidence, then let me show you the last piece of evidence you'll ever wish to see. Save.
Objection!
Okay, so you care to explain why it says Wendy instead of Mindy?
Hold it!
You can't say that without any evidence. That's against the rules, actually. Thanks for keeping the prosecutor in line for me, suspect. I have the evidence, and if you wish to see it that badly, I can introduce you to. No, it's all right, Reggie. But if you wish to lie, then by all means continue. I'm ready to expose your lie to moment's notice.
Hold it!
Was the smoke coming from the chimney really that thick? Your bed was so thick I had tears pouring out my eyes. It was a mess. I see. You do realise that you've just confirmed for us your chimney escapade? But that's all unfair. You tricked me, Edgy. Hardly. You simply have yet to master how to counter this cross-examination technique. What you said was a little... No, I mean, I said... Did I say this what you made me to say about what I did tonight?
Hold it!
I'm not quite sure how you could mistake that actress for this demon. I mean lady. I should think that the Steel Samurai is one who should know all about your charms. What? Me? Edgy? What are you trying to do to me? Nothing. Simply that the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess are husband and wife. If you could please drop that line of discussion right this instant. But, Edgy, I told you I have Mindy. Speaking of Mindy, is that what kind of woman would you say to you? Edgy, are you seriously telling me you don't know who Mindy is? This is like what her name means. She's super sweet with a great smile. I mean, brag, but she's one of the troupe's fastest rising stars. Interesting. So you're saying a woman like that is what made you late to this speech? Huh? Curse you too! Why is everyone make a suspect out of me? Look, all I can say is this. I was late to the speech.
Hold it!
I suppose you might be correct in a small way. What do you mean by that? Besides being a suspect in a murder, there are a few other things you are a suspect of. Not you two, Francie. Look, I already told you, Miss Oldbag. I wasn't after you. I was trying to see Mindy. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, can I just arrest this guy already? I completely understand how you feel, Agent Klein. Wait, please listen to what I have to say. You have a serious assertion to make, now consider listening. However, no problem with all I've got into this, so listen is good, okay?
Hold it!
Larry, this is the final point you wish to make. You got it! I've got on all the energy I have and told it to you with all my soul. Ow. In that case, allow me to take that soul and break it. Huh? I'm fine, pal. You really brought your soul in that, and you really thought it's coming right? In place the Honourable Larry, I offer my soul to you. Larry, come out from behind there and face this like a man. You're scaring my liege.
Objection!
Larry, don't even think about denying that you have knowledge of this letter. Hey! Why are you showing nothing to me? Vandy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight, your loving knight. Well, isn't that just romantic? But you weren't able to descend on her from above, were you, Mr. Loving Knight? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember.
Objection!
You can pretend to be ignorant all you'd like, but it's written right here. This letter proves that you're not out to meet the old lady. What further that you were attempting to pay Miss Mindy a visit? Oh yeah, Mindy.
Take that!
Larry, I suggest you take a penmanship test. That is, if you never wish to experience this level of embarrassment ever again. What the heck? What are you talking about? Speak English. You wrote Mindy so sloppily that it became Wandy to the average eye. Hey, stop picking on me! That's so embarrassing! There, it's now what childhood friends are for. They're the best, aren't they? Punching, never have to wait until after describes. Hey, G, save me from the scary man. Sure, if you're willing to make amends, starting with your incredibly embarrassing mistake. That wasn't me! Come again? It's a fake! Someone's out to get me, so I made that fake letter. To set me up! Accept your defeat graciously. But you guys are being so
Hold
rude.
it!
Penmanship analysis. What's that? No matter who, all people have certain unique features to handwriting. Ergo, all we have to do is compare the handwriting in this letter to a sample of yours, and we'll know soon enough who it was that sent this letter. I'll never write another thing in my life.
Hold it!
It's no use, Mr. Living Knight, but you've already graciously provided me with a sample of your handwriting.
Take that!
This autograph and our mysterious letter. If we compare the handwriting, we'll know the answer to our questions soon enough. Confess now, Larry, to your miserable failing. I'm sorry! I did it. It was me causing trouble again. I admit it. You ain't never learned that, Edgy. So, he finally confesses. I saw the pink princess being carried around in the stretcher and got worried, alright? I went to go to Mindy's room, but the doctors won't let me in. Your mind jumped from the door to the chimney? What a criminally overactive imagination. Well, at least I was honest and wrote Mindy a letter. It's stuck in the bus. The door. Except for the fact that the letter was not a failure at conveying said sentiment. I'm very, very sorry. Larry, you may be a shameful, good-for-nothing blight on the face of humanity. However, I always knew you wanted to kill her. I told you to trust me, because at the very least I can attest to that about you. Edgy, you're... We've lost a lot of valuable time because of you. Ow! In any case, I believe we can say that we now know exactly what happened. Great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Although I still find it very unbelievable, and to your friends. But the suspicion on that guy over there isn't completely resolved yet, so don't get any funny ideas about running off, okay? Oh! Hey, what? Edgy, what does the wolfman mean when he says I'm not off the hook? He means the murder weapon. Larry, did you forget? There are 2 layers of suspicion hanging over your head. That's exactly what I mean. We can't only rely on the words of the suspect, that's all. You may have figured out where he was and what he was doing on that. And the bloodstained samurai sword that was left at the crime scene? As long as there's no satisfactory explanation for that, this wolf will refuse to ease up on his back. Edgy, guys, look, I'm seriously about to take fire on me. I'm well aware, you should be as well, that this upcoming battle will be crucial. Thanks to the cooperation of our lovely bungler, I've been down a very nice hand and a sweet drum card. Looks like we're behind the final battle. I can easily point out the contradiction in the supposed murder weapon, but the real problem for me is figuring out what the real murder weapon is. This will be a high-stakes gamble, but in this one game I can't afford to lose. Still Moderato? I was the one who found the body of the victim, the masked Jew. Beside him was a samurai sword, glowing red and offering up the sun and blood. I was supposed to steal samurai's jessamine, but I found it instead. Thus, found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect Larry got snare too. Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership? This owner wanted to sneak on the crime scene. I mean, that's plain.
Hold it!
If you're alluding to his reason for being by the chimney, we've already established. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are long-time friends, right? Let's say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi. The fact he's a fucking headache. You're accusing me of fabricating evidence? You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do. This man has some serious issues with prosecutors. But come on, I can't think of anything as complicated as that, right, Agent? Larry, I can agree because I know you and your personality well. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you, or me for that matter. There's this hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. You know, the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence.
Hold it!
So you were the first to discover the body this time? This time? What's that supposed to mean? You better watch what you say. I only said this time because earlier, Kay was the first to discover the body in Babal. Your secretary, Agent Sheena, was ready to accuse her of murder. So you're going to use that excuse to call me suspicious now? Of course not. I was simply pointing out the usual pattern with discoverers of bodies. But in the Barbalese case, there was proof that she was holding the weapon, right? And this one is a bit different since we know exactly where the weapon is. Excuse Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood? Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean the sight and smell, but of course. According to the test, the blood on the sword began to belong to the victim. The sword was made to only be used on stage, so it's not sharp. It is pretty weird, but nearly enough to be sworn to death with. Leading you to suspect that the victim was being a death with a sword. Beat him to death, huh? This last statement is too important to just let it get by.
Hold it! Not so fast!
No, not the same game again.
Hold it!
Excuse me, but glittering red and offering of the scent of blood? Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean, I can smell of blood, of course. You've gotten the test, the blood of sword belongs to. Beat him to death, This last statement is too important to just let it slip by.
Objection!
Oh wait, wrong body.
Objection! Objection!
Do you know what this is, Agent Lang? It's a long spear, right? Used to use as along my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down. Spears are weapons of heroes throughout history. It's the next most efficient weapon after the whip. I think the whip is just in a slightly different category. So what's your point? You're gonna tell me that the spear is a real weapon? No, I simply want you to take a look at this section here. The way it's bent? Precisely. Apparently, a certain troublemaker hit it against a wall in this embassy area. As you can clearly see, the insides of the Steel Samurai's weapons are hollow. In other words, the replicas aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging blow, let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. Yet there is not even a dent in this samurai sword. How do you explain that? Oh yeah, the sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they bend easy. Why should make them out of better stuff? Because the spear got bent. But they want to do my special early summer rain Japanese. Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing it in the show. The Steel Samurai's special move was changed tonight because of him. Samurai Spear data updated my organizer. Ow! That's more than enough out of your whiny whimpering. Now, back on the topic of the spear. Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. That's where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se. All I can do for now is let the chips fall where they may. Miss Onkama, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. But perhaps it is for the best if it remains unbroken. But no one should have conceived the notion to convict or defend him in the first place. What a foolish statement from a foolish fool who feels to lose.
Hold it!
That may be your opinion. However, I don't believe that's all we are. The prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. If that means that the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, then let it crumble as I walk on towards
Not so
it.
fast!
You gotta keep me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, humans are good creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed the mask too without bending it. So what do you think of my hypothetical scenario? You know what to do here, right? And what you need? Of course, what you need is evidence even he can't refute. This is it. It's time to bring this to a close. Allegro. It's possible to use a samurai sword to kill someone, and under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. You search the embassy top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that suspicion would fall onto the owner of said weapon? How long do you intend to cling on to that preposterous theory? As long as I want, because we examined every corner in the walls of this embassy. There's no stone we've left unturned. We've managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That the only place inside this embassy with the victim's blood...
Hold it!
You left no stone unturned? Is that the
Not so
fact?
fast!
If you got something to say, then say it in any way of respect, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you.
Hold it!
May I inquire as to how you are able to make such a claim, Agent Lang? As long as he says capable of miracles beyond comprehension, a mysterious creature's man. Oh, and the man is Agent Lang's quotes that are getting increasingly incomprehensible. Human bodies are a mysterious thing. Even with a toy-like sword, it's easy to kill a man if you hit just the right spot. Which is why I think it's possible to kill with this thing without leaving it there.
Hold it!
But we can only be sure one way or the other by seeing if the wound matches the sword. I know that. I know there's a possibility I can claim it as much as I like.
Hold it!
But you must know that your conclusion is wrong. Yes, so what of it? Given the circumstance I'm in, the only people I can trust are my subordinates. Because I'm a much more trustworthy bunch than you
Hold it!
And you call yourself a professional?
Not so fast!
Still don't see you, do you, Mr. Prosecutor? You have to earn my trust. The only way to do that is to show me proof of another possible murder weapon. You're not gonna get me to trust you by the power of your glare alone, you know? Plus, I have other reasons as to why I think you.
Hold it!
The only place where you could find blood was on the samurai sword. That's right, even with Lumina. Which means that there are no other possibilities outside of whatever you outlined. I have a problem with Agent Lang's assertion that, you know, samurai sword is a weapon. And he said sword again. If you believe that there is no other door or possibility left to open, then allow me to force my open for you. How do you plan to do that? By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon? I need to repeat myself. My man have already searched every last inch of this house. Concluded that nothing else could be used in the murder weapon. Knowing these facts, you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis? Of course, because it's not possible that your men inspect everything in their investigation. What are you talking about? I don't appreciate my games, I don't appreciate when people are slandering me. Not slandering them, I assure you. I'm merely pointing out that their investigative dragnet has a few holes in it. Namely, that there is something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. That item is your murder weapon. Alright then, I'll play along for now. This real weapon that killed the Mask 2, what exactly is it?
Take that!
The national treasure of Alabasta. You mean the Primidox statue? Yes, and as you know, only the ambassador and his secretariat may touch it. Which, I believe, means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it, correct? You know very well that if we did that, there'd be an international incident between the Kingdom of Alabasta and the Republic of Babal. Two countries' precarious relationship teeters in the balance. Well, stupid fight related to a sovereign statue. But I'll be damned if I let something go like that. Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this. The direction the statue is facing just before and after the climate difference. And there is only one conclusion I can draw from that. Go look for Ambassador Alba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue. Schaefer, you can't listen to this infidel's words. He's most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please, let's be rational about this. Lindsay says, just go over it. Shifu. Yeah. Very sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was able to obtain permission for us to examine the Primidox statue. I see. Wait, but then the investigation is at a standstill. Agent Lang, I'll go and speak with the ambassador personally. Save your breath. You may act all weak and frail, but that old man's going to cook the cookie. I guess you gotta be tough when you represent the whole country, no? Agent Lang, what do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue. But Chiefly, what about causing an international incident? Quiet! Take the photograph.
Hold it!
Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine, so if someone is to take the responsibility, let it be me. Responsibility? I'm gonna talk in such heavy terms, maybe I should let you. It'd be a real problem for my men if something would happen to me. Alright men, let's talk and more investigating. If you want to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a chemiluminescence test on the statue. Luminol test? Good thinking. Statue's a murder weapon, and some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay, let's get the forensics team in here. Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes, this means that this is a real weapon that killed Mask 2. Indeed. But I wouldn't celebrate yet. Still let your friend off the hook. You feel I didn't kill Mask 2, so charge me. We are hardly done examining the statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that it is a real weapon, I believe further examination is required. Think so? Okay then, knock yourself out. What do we have here? This dirty smudge looks like a handprint. What's the defending a bit of evidence like you doing under here? Looks like we got some fingerprint sunlight. Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Mary. It looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now. Hey, forensics guy, want results on the fingerprints ASAP, you hear me? Agent Lang. Agent Lang, I have the analysis results, sir. Good, and? Sorry about the prints we left it from the bottom of the statue. Well, you know the victim of the murder in the Babalese embassy? The prints belong to him, to Mr. Manny Cochin, sir. But that's... What's going on around here? No, that's impossible. Each Primidoc statue can only be handled by someone in another country. But by the very fact that Mr. Cochin's fingerprints on this one leads me to only one conclusion. The statue is actually Babal's Primidoc statue. Harry never once set foot on Babalese soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information served to confuse us even further. The ringleader of a smuggling operation was killed with an Alabastian knife in Babal. And Damask too was killed on Alabastian soil with Babal's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yatagarasu visited both countries. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture they were to form. I've left Namask 2 investigation to Francisco and returned to Babal. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into the Babal's statue. So, okay, what's the situation? In other words, they've made absolutely no progress. They won't give up, honest sir. They've been investigating our hearts out. Very well then, would you care to give me an update on the investigation? Oh, well, we've had a really fun time. I know it. Zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir? You have permission to enter the Alabastian embassy, that's correct? Yep. The local detective are helping our investigations on both sides. Good. In that case, we need these pieces of evidence with you. They belong to the lady under the pink princess's mask. A pink princess? What kind of lady was playing her, sir? The kind that was also playing the role of the pink badger yesterday. Oh, understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back. If I don't, then I guess I'll not. Doesn't seem all that confused to go find her, but I can't blame her. Evidence has lost their value given to Detective Gumshoe. Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either. Yes, because that Steel Samurai was a fake. Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged. No, not yet. I still need to gather a bit more information first. And these are... discount tickets for a cafeteria. The open award. I appreciate the concern. However, these coupons mean nothing to me right now. Ambassador Poleno, I'd like to ask you a little more about the Primidoc statue. Oh, I see. Let me ask you this. Did you know that Alabasta and Babal used to be one country called Cadopia? Yes, and you have much of battle history. But the Primidoc statue belonged to the founders of Cadopia. At least that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed unto the king of Cadopia as a symbol of the country's wealth. So it was meant as a symbol of sovereignty, And the right to rule, I take it? Yes, that's right. Which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule, is the reason. Pretty petty when you think about it. But if Alabasta and Babal were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to the squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. I wonder if Ambassador Paleno knows about what has happened to a very important key to diplomacy. So I should try showing him this key and see what he has to say about it. Ambassador Paleno, if you could please take a look at this for me. The Primiduct statue sitting in Alabasta right now actually belongs to Babal. So it would appear. I received a call from Miss Von Kalmer about this earlier. Then you will understand why I wish to inspect Babal's Primiduct statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession. Yes, I've already inspected it myself. It's definitely Alabasta statue. You know, because it's the real statue. Then you're saying that Babal's was a replica? I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received my orders from leaders of Babal, and I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. To negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight, so that we could not determine which statue was the real one. Why aren't you telling me this? Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a holographic gold shell. Even if Babal were to lose face, the unification of the country is what's important. Right, I'm thinking that, aren't I? Not making a mistake, right? You don't know yourself, now I pretend to know either. Yeah, I thought that by being betrayed by my own secretary, the real symbol of wealth would be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic? This statue resembles that hero, the Steel Samurai, don't you think? I was thinking, what would you say to changing its name to the Steel Samurai statue? This might attract female tourists to our country if I did, right? I'm not sure what to think, but I feel it's a national treasure. In this open-air stage, what function does it serve exactly? Well, normally we use it for a variety of events, so to attract that extra bit of attention to Babal. I heard that tonight, over in the Alabastian Rose Garden. And Master Aldo was to give a speech. And you know what? Manny told me that I really should give a speech too. Mr. Cochin told me that. Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately I wasn't able to. Because of the fire the Yathgarasu started. Exactly. And Master Paleno, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you about. Yes? Oh, don't worry. You can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I expect you'll be coming to Babal, yes? Thank you, but just the one thing is all I require. Manny Koshin, I'd like to ask you about this man who was your secretary. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, if I had to put in one word, he was an able man. If there was ever anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. I think that man like that had a hand in a smuggling ring right under my nose, going completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I wasn't able to detect his dirty dealings. Sounds like Mr. Cochin had a very sharp mind. Recently, Manny had been really busy. Since I became Fably's representative at the Country Unification Council, he's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. Sorry, what is this Country Unification Council? Oh, well, you see, and tonight's events proceeded without a hitch. Our 2 countries were to be unified and become one again. But I guess, with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. I suppose not. Where's Edgeworth? You look like you're enjoying yourself, Detective. Well, I don't have much else I enjoy as much as good investigations. So, what did you find out? Oh, well... I take it here's time nothing else. Take leaves. As usual. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, got something really interesting from Ambassador Boleyn. Oh, what is this something interesting? Yes, sir. Why does the flame burn green, Detective? So apparently we burned a special wit crystal oil that they only make in Babal. It burns this green colour, sir. Interesting. So it's a special property of the oil. I suppose this employee forced people to visit Babal and the oil out. Oh, silhouettes, hmm? They are really rather pretty, aren't they? Wait, what am I doing? I was supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation. Hey, what's wrong, sir? There's something I want you to investigate for me. Do you think you can do that for me? Uh-huh, you got it, sir. Oh, well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's father. I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals. Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happening. That's the gist of it. Babal is just as strict as Albas. In their inspection of the people and things that enter their country. And that somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. I believe there was a rose garden on the other bastion side of the embassy. The garden is just on the other side of this boundary. So Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight. At least that's where I heard the Athkarassi had appeared. In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the rose garden for his case. What is it? There's a little water on it, but how did the water get there? Doesn't look like there's anything to get wet around here. Alright, I'll find this owner later. What is this? Thank you. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you. I think I'll be returning to the investigation out of Albas now, but... Oh, what a surprise that he's back. I see you're back, Miles Edgeworth. How are things in Babal? The investigation into Manikoshin's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation into the Athkarassi has. Ah yes, it's the Athkarassi, even though I find it hard to believe. Well, that's what came here to investigate. I heard that this is where witnesses claim to have seen the Athkarassi. I vow that not a single feather from the Athkarassi shall escape my diligence. Oh, and look who's over there. suppose that's where the poor saps were hit instead. And roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance. Not just for aesthetics, this pool's water is also used in putting out fires. I see. Oh, the pool stops filling itself automatically. This water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be filled to a normal level. How dare you surprise me like that? I'm sorry. Oh, hey, Angie, thank you for all you did back then. Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment. I know that. You really think that I'm trying to just jump in a pool and have fun? Alright then, do you by chance fall into the pool? Nice guess, but no dice. So you know my son, right? Your son? I guess I kinda lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. I'm pretty sure he was just around here when I last saw him. How old is he?
Hold it!
Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother?
Hold it!
Miss Von Karma? I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. However, I believe what he is looking for is a doll of the Iron Infant. Larry, you have not seen hide nor hair on the Iron Infant. Rest assured that if we should find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there. Sounds good. In that case, I'll go search over there. Well, it's not as if he'll get very far swinging around in that pool. He knows I'm related to the murders. He sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. He's finished checking out all the bystanders.
Yes, sir. And we found 4 counts of pickpocketing.
Don't tell me you didn't find out anything on me. Okay.
Sir, not a single thing, sir.
Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down at the Agent Lang. Well, if it ain't Mr. Prosecutor, I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier. Make no mistake, it's not I was trying to help you what I did. After I left, you received word from Ambassador Oliver. We had to wrap up our bodyguard assignment. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. We'd like to be so easily caught away from this case after I've come this far. Well, I'll find the truth and drag it out smoothly. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? You were working as Ambassador Albert's bodyguard at the time, so naturally you witnessed when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct? Yeah, I saw the fever, right? My own 2 eyes. The Yatagarasu was always there, lurking in the shadows. When the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Albert's speech, shadow appeared. That's when cries off, it's the Yatagarasu now. Next second, the spotlight went out. By the time we got in the area lit again, the death felt and fever. When we investigated afterwards, we found that this reason the lights went out was because someone unplugged the extension plug for the outdoor electrics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who tripped over it, we don't know. One thing's for certain.
So you're saying that basically all you saw was the thief still?
Objection!
If all you saw was your shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else. Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with the same shape among the staff and the audience members. My men have already done his first check of the room, so none. Someone else's shadow. That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. I'll take that as a no. So this is where Ambassador Arbor is to give his speech. These stages were set up nicely, however, when was the odd... perhaps he was supposed to sit around the edge of the pool. Indeed. I can sense that consideration for the viewers was taken with theirs. Yes, all I respect, the audience would have liked to sit down after a while. Such a woman. I wonder if the lady is pouring water. I opened my mouth about a statue and she somehow made me leap to it. What I tried to do was offer up a possibility, and this is what I get. Yeah.
Take that!
Objection!
Go figure.
Take that! Take that!
Objection!
Take that!